Alright, welcome back to the A to Z challenge. Today we are working on Banette, third generation ghost type Pokemon with middling evolution. Once upon a time it did have a mega evolution, making it worthwhile. But nowadays, not something you see very often. I decided to run it as a Trick Room setter with Focus Sash just to get some Shadow Claw and Knockoff. Always good moves to have, decent moves. Shadow Claw having a high crit rate and knockoff opponent's items and a little bit of extra damage when it does so. And Shadow Sneak just for a little bit of priority. I decided to max out its attack and speed, as Banette is a physical attacker, which isn't very good for a ghost type Pokemon, but I'm gonna try to make the best of it. Our opponent starts off with Magnezone and Garchomp. Strong Pokemon. Banette will drop their attack. Alright, let's start this battle off. Get that Trick Room down because I'm pretty sure they just outspeed us in general. And Arcanine, I'm going to play rough into their Garchomp. Super effective damage, of course. Let's see how this goes. Okay, Play Rough goes off. Does great damage to Garchomp. Then uses Dig. Probably targeting Arcanine. Oh, and we can see a variation of Disc Wave. Trick Room does go up. That means that Garchomp's gonna be down there for a minute. Banette's Focus Sash is broken down, but his Trick Room came up, so that's what we were really looking for. I think we're going to just Shadow Claw into the Magnezone, and let's reserve this Arcanine for later, switching it to Among Us. So Among Us hits the field. And we see another discharge coming out of the Magnezone. Oh, and we get hit with the Paralyze. It's unfortunate. Hopefully we can attack through it, and we do. Doing a respectable amount of damage. The Dig coming up, doing hardly anything to Among Us. And Effects sort of putting it to sleep. Love to see it. And the Rocky Helmet doing a little bit of chip damage there. I have a feeling that Garchomp has scales, meaning that we will take a little bit of damage. Rough scales, meaning we'll take a little bit of damage when we attack it. But I still just kind of want it off the field in case it gets a turn 1 wake up. While that's happening, I'm going to Spore the Magnezone. Try to put that thing down for a little bit. Shadow Sneak does go off, finishing off the Garchomp. Now, moment of truth. Oh, it had Sandy Veil. Meaning that Banette lives to fight a little bit longer here. Magnezone is fast asleep. Alright, it does stay asleep, and our opponent sends out Dragonite. A nice shiny Dragonite at that. Alright. I think we're going to knock off the Dragonite and also put it to sleep. Trick Room Spore is a nightmare for opponents to deal with. The Dragonite probably does have extreme speed, but Banette's a ghost type, so can't stop that. It's not going to be enough damage to take out the Among Us, so they elect not to do it. Knockoff goes into the Dragonite, doing massive damage and knocking off the Metronome. But the Magnezone does wake up, Flash Cannon going into our Banette and taking it out. So I think I'm just going to take out that Magnezone. I'm going to Pollen Puff into the Dragonite. The Pollen Puff goes off first, doing not much. And Armor Cannon will finish off that Magnezone. I think I've been saying Magnemite this whole time. Armor Rouge, of course, losing a little bit of HP. Oh, and the Dragonite wakes up with an Aqua Tail, doing massive damage. That could not have been worse. Our opponent sends out an Armor Rouge of their own. The best course of action is to finish off that Dragonite. So we are going to Rage Powder here. Fingers crossed, he Aqua Tails again. Or doubles into my Armor Rouge. Let's find out. Rage Powder, of course, going off first thanks to its priority. And the Aqua Tail coming out, doing no damage. but our opponent's Dragonite was hurt by that rocky helmet. The Armor Cannon, of course, going to finish off our Among Us. Fang Force goes out, finishing off that Dragonite. Alright, we're swapping in Arcade 9. Give it a going off, but really not doing anything here. I think we're going to Expanding Force here, just in case they have Flash Fire. And I think we're going to Paranormal Extreme Speed here. Boosted with that normal gem. Let's see how much it does. The Extreme Speed boosted by the normal type gem and the normal Terra. Let's see how much it does. Almost OHKOing the Armor Rouge. Expanding Force going off into our Armor Rouge. I don't think that was the play there. Well, keeps him alive for one more round, but Arcanine's gonna finish this show off. Arcanine hitting with that Extreme Speed one more time. Oh, our opponent goes for a Terra of their own. If it is Terra Ghost, then they have outplayed me. It is Terra Water. Terra Water, an odd choice because they do not have weak armor. I think maybe Terra Psychic or Terra Grass would be better. But, that's it. That's all she wrote. The Armor Rouge goes down. Good game, Tomac. Hey, if you've made it this far into the video, you probably like what you're seeing. And if you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And all the other YouTube things. Have a good one. Sends out Volcarona and Fluttermane. Alright, I think I'm going to start off with a Trick Room here since I guarantee they outspeed us. I think we just start with Apple Acid, start working on that. Ooh, Dazzling Gleam goes off, almost taking out both my Mon, the one shot. Ripen does go off, so at least Appleton will stick around a little bit longer. And our opponent sets up Tailwind, which is awesome because we are setting up the Trick Room. So Tailwind, for those who don't know, doubles the speed stat of the opponent, or of the Pokemon on that side of the field. Trick Room just means that they're going to go extra. And we're going to Shadow Claw into that Fluttermane. And I think we're going to recycle our berry over here. So recycle goes off, meaning we get our Citrus Berry back. And Shadow Claw goes off, finishing off the Fluttermane. That's a huge whip. Fluttermane is an absolute menace. And we see a Struggle Bug doing next to nothing. Being resisted by Banette. But it does drop our special attack, which is not super offensive on Appleton, and Banette uses physical. Our opponent sends out, of course, it's going to be a Tatsugiri Dondozo team. Little surprise there. I wouldn't be surprised if they switched Dondozo in on the left slot here. So I think I'm going to put everything in on that side. Oh, they didn't! I think I misplayed here then. So we do bring that Volcarona down super low. Struggle Bug going off one more time. And thanks to our recycle, the berry does return. Icy Wind dropping our speed. I think I'm going to get some damage here. And we're going to finish off the Volcarona over there with an Apple Acid, just in case they do swap in. Ugh, and Dondozo comes out. For those of you who don't know, Dondozo and Tatsugiri are really unique, where, as you can see, Tatsugiri jumps inside the mouth of Dondozo, doubling all of its stats. Effectively makes this a 2v1, but it's twice as strong as it would be otherwise. Apple Acid doing some damage there, dropping its special defense, so that will help out just a bit. And because Tatsugiri is not on the field, that's right, we miss. We're going to Expanding Force here, and we're going to Apple Acid one more, just keep lowering those stats as much as we can, while we can. Apple Acid, great damage there, the special defense dropping even more. Yeah, leftovers is not fun on Dondozo. But we take it out. Dimensions return to normal. Volcarona slow, but it's fast. And they still have a full health Tatsugiri. I think we're going to Expanding Force here to the Tatsugiri, and we are going to try to finish off the Volcarona. Oh, we see a Terra coming from our opponent's side of the field. What can it be? They're going to tear their Tatsugiri into a pure Dragon type. Tatsugiri, despite everything, actually has an amazing attack stat, special attack stat. Okay? And we're going to see an Icy Wind come off, lowering our speed even further. Considering this is a Trick Room team, that doesn't matter that much. Struggle Bug from the Volcarona, trying to hit us in our special attack. Not a bad strategy. Expanding Force does go off, doing a little bit less than half. Alright, now we're going to send out Amoonguss. I think we just Expanding Force and get this thing off the field. They did get rid of their water type weaknesses, which is unfortunate. They're probably going to hit with double spread move again, so Rage Power is not going to help here. Spore could be useful. Let's Spore the Tatsugiri. Yeah, we see the Icy Wind. And now we'll probably see the double... Yeah, I'm trying to kill the Tatsugiri. And we see the double Struggle Bus. Oh, and it's a crit from the Struggle Bug. Of course, lowering our special attack even further. Expanding Force taking out the Volcarona finally. That thing hung on for dear life. And let's see if the Spore goes off. Armor Force fading to the Life Orb recoil. And Spore goes off, putting Tatsugiri to sleep from anywhere from 0 to 3 turns. We're just gonna Pollen Puff it and see that hopefully it works. 1 turn of sleep. Pollen Puff going off. Ooh, doing next to nothing. Don't think we have... We can do this. That's right, Max. Pollen Puff going off for the 2nd time. We need it to stay asleep all 3 turns and then do no damage to us when it wakes. Slim chance, but a chance is a chance. Ooh, it stayed asleep 1 more time. Hey, you've got better luck than me, so you'll probably get all 3. I did get all 3. Now, as long as the Tatsugiri does not KO us when it wakes up, we will be fine. It wakes up, it uses Icy Wind. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Pollen Puff goes off, KOing the Tatsugiri. That was probably one of the closest fights I've ever had. Oh. Thank you for the battle, Clement. That was intense.